This is the Proven 40 108-day seed consultant corn. Not doing bad. The whole farm pretty much yellow. It stayed between 200 and 250. And it's dry. That big field right there, I cut most of it. It didn't do too good to dig. I mean, it stayed like 220 to 250, 245, I'd say. But it's not what I was expecting. I mean, I've had better without the Proven on it this year. So, I mean, I guess it's doing good, but I think I planted that field at the wrong time. So, I don't know. I mean, it still probably did. It's still averaging 218 total. I mean, how are you going to complain about that with non-irrigated corn? But I just feel like it could do better. Could have done better. And I hate to sound like I'm complaining when it's showing 280, 250, 260. But, you know, I've been over 300 steady on stuff that didn't have it on there. So, I was kind of hoping like 350, 400 with this extra stuff on here. I mean, it's doing good, don't get me wrong. It's just not doing like the stuff that didn't have it on there. I mean, right now it's 219 averaging this whole farm. Now that was with that sandy. This farm is the farm where I cut earlier a couple weeks ago, that backfield that went 200. Normally it only goes 100, but this year it was pretty good, and it went 199.8 or something. So you might as well say 200. So it's all included in this. The front would probably be higher if I didn't have that included in it, but it's still doing good. I mean, I remember back when you used to want 200, now you want 300. So I'm not complaining. And I actually had a farmer, seed salesman, Mr. James Kirk. He rode with me today. I guess he thought my monitor was lying. I guess he did. From my 300 to 400 and something showing. Monitor's spot on. I mean, we've done the paperwork on all the farms we've cut. It's spot on. I mean, you can't get it any more perfect than it is. It was 6 bushels off. If that's what it's perfect. Even 6 bushels off is nothing. But now it's spot on. So I think he was riding to see if my monitor was lying. Of course, he decided to come out on this farm to where it's only showing 269, 272, 250, 271. You know, I didn't hit the 300 number today or the 400 number. So, plus this corn's a lot drier. It's 16, 17%. And the other corn that I was hitting was 22, 23. I feel like that makes a big difference. Of course, I've gotten out and looked, and this rebuild header, I mean, I hardly have any loss whatsoever. Of course, I'm not running her hard. I'm not pushing her. I got the header on the slow speed, number 1. I can adjust. I think I got 3 speeds on here. I'm just running her on 1. She's pulling it in perfect, so why speed it up and have shatter loss? I don't want any loss, so. But anyway, yeah, it's always farmers that, it's not regular people, it's always farmers that don't believe that you're doing these numbers. And like I said, this farm right here is actually doing awesome on a regular year. It's actually doing awesome now, you know, 244, 247, 249, 272. It's doing good. I just thought it was going to do better than the other stuff because the other stuff doesn't have the Proven 40. You know, it's the first year I've ever tried it. I guess that's good. 271, 261, 267, 268, 277. So yeah, it's doing good. But remember the stuff that I didn't have it on, and plus this is dry, you know, this is about 4 points drier than what I was cutting. So, it's doing good. But when somebody rides with you and they don't believe these numbers that it's on a farm where you're showing 270 instead of 370, you know, then they think you're lying. But I have no reason to lie. My life's right here on YouTube. The good and the bad. So I didn't video a lot today because I had phone calls all day. I had people ride with me. We rent this farm. So Miss Barbara brought her grandson out and he rode with me for a little while. So I didn't video a whole bunch. It was just a busy day on the combine, it seemed like. But, and plus sometimes people don't understand how much goes into making these videos. You know, it takes me 3 days, 4 days now that we're busy to make one video that you're watching. So, by the time I edit it all together. And in the wintertime, when there's nothing going on, it takes me a week and a half, 2 weeks to make one 20, 30-minute video. It's a lot of going on. So, bear with me. I'm doing the best I can. So, I probably don't have 25 acres left on this farm. So, we'll see what she does at the very end. But, you know, the corn's doing good. 271, 244, 235, 254, 258, 278, 301. Oh my God, James Kurtz, I hit 301 on this farm. There you go. So, it's good corn. It's just, I thought it'd be better. But who's going to complain when you're averaging over 200 bushels? Who knows? I got these 3 trucks loaded and I'm going to be done for tonight. I'm going to go and relax. See you. cutting Agrigold 115-day corn with proven 40 on it. And I will show you what it's doing if you're interested. A little bit of dirt. I'll show you what it's doing if you're interested. I'm just showing you the brand. It's Agrigold 115 day. I'm not sure of the number. There's so many different numbers with so many different corn varieties we plant. I can't keep track, but here it is. Over there is 108 day. This is the 115 day. I split this field in two, so I'm trying each one. If anybody's interested in this corn, you can get up with John. He is in previous videos during corn planting season. He has left his number and everything else, told you how to get up with him. You have to look back at some videos you'll see during planting season. I got him on there. Really good guy. He's trying to get established down here. As far as I know, he's the only Agrigold salesman around here. And it seems to be good corn, and we did plant it on a real sandy farm. This is sandy ground, so for sandy ground, non-irrigated, I'd say that's pretty good. So I have one over 300 a couple different spots, but it's averaging probably, if you look at it, 240, 250. That's the first swipe through it. That is from you'll see the video. I'm going to put that right after this video. I mean, right after this clip. That's the first clip through. I sent that to him. So, first 2 rounds. Tanks full. It's short field, so pretty good. He is located in Westover, Maryland. By Chrisfield, if anybody needs to know where that's at. That's her. Alright, so I'll show you the sandhill. I can be going from this right here, and I'll show you what kills our average around here. It's about from here back to right about there. The rest of it drops off. It's good land, but man, these sand hills, you'll see it starting to go down. And this is what kills your average. Show you the good and the bad. When I say sand hills hurt you, this is what hurts you. Right there. You'll see it get worse as I get up the hill. Dropping. Right here. Down to 0. Nothing here. That's what kills you. It's just a small part of the field. You see where it drops off right there to right there. Just, I don't know, 30 yards in. Right where this grass is right here, to right about here is the line. So this little spot right here will, as you can see, it's nothing. And then you'll start getting out of it, start picking up corn. That is what we call a sandhill around here that kills your average. Big time, big time, big time, big time. You'll see she'll start picking up. There you go. And this whole side right here is really sandy from right about where you see the cut marks here over. It's sandy, so it's dry, but it's sandy right here. And that's what hurts your overall average right here. You know, I'm cutting 300 bushel corn over there, and this is what I'm cutting over here. So that's what it looks like when you're on sand here in Maryland on the eastern shore. You know, we have some fields that don't have it, some fields that got a little hill that just hurts you. So it just kills your overall average. You know, I don't know, like right over there is where you were seeing anywhere from 250 to 350 running. Over here it's 233, 236, 240. But then when you get up on the sand hill, it's nothing, man. That really hurts your overall average. And I don't pick out the header. I let it run through there, because you never know, there might be here and there, but you know, that way I can get the field measured out of what it actually did instead of just picking up and running over it. So, I don't know. Well, look who it is.
Hey, I'm gonna be famous after this.
All right, so I got John from AgriGold here. He is coming to check his corn out. And tell him what number it is, because I didn't know what the number was earlier when I was talking about it.
Oh, it's 645-16. It's 115 day.
And it's planted on sandy ground, and it's still doing pretty good.
Yep. And for all the haters that say the yield monitor's not right, we done checked it. It's correct. There's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not worried about what they say anyway. Heck with them. And them inroads, they went 198, but they're real, I mean, they're short and sandy right there on the edge of that field.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the only bad thing about when you're trying to open something up, you stop and start, and
Yeah.
but you know, even though you might hit 300, but where you hit 100 at, it's got to build back up. You know, it just, that's what I hate about it. But the first 8, 10 rows is real sandy there, so it should just go up from here. It's still a little wet. I'll probably open this field up and it won't move, but once you start to build it up. 254, 299. I mean, this is the front. This, see how short it is around here. I mean, it's only going to get better. And like I said, this is a real sandy,
And the
field right here. I mean, if it was, I should have planted some of it on like some of the heavier ground and seen what it did. If it's doing 299 and I was hitting 300 on that sandy thing, this thing would probably do more.
some better ground.
But actually, I'm glad I did plant it, because it's, you know, making this ground do better than it normally does.
Yeah, it really likes the sandier, not beach sand, but it likes the lighter soil varieties. It's not meant for, you know, to go put out in the marsh or a lot of clay.
I mean, it's running, you know, if you get a weak spot, it's just a weak spot in the field. But I mean, normally it's running anywhere from 250 to 300.
Yeah.
You know, when you get it where it is. Plus, they tore up a bunch of. They put these damn poles in and tore up a bunch of our corn with the trucks. They just backed them right in here.
They don't care.
I'll give you a number and how to contact you.
Yeah. So 443-944-5271 is my number. Name's John Ring. I serve all 3 lower counties in Accomack. And if you get up with me before October 9th, I can get you a 12% cash discount.
And the beans that you all saw in the previous video that were up to here and full of pods,
Yep.
they're his beans.
Yep.
I don't know the numbers though.
44.49 and 46.15. They're both the numbers. Really got high hopes for what Lewis has done out there with that farm.
They look good, I
Oh
think.
yeah, I think they're going to be really good. I think they're going to.
Everybody thinks because they're tall that like they're not going to have pods, but they're full of pods. I mean,
full pods.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous how many pods are on them.
Yep, 4 bean. I mean, just a little bit. I've walked plenty of 4 bean pods on 3 bean pods, and they're real big. They're not BBs. They're actual.
And what was half of them are 4.4s, the other ones are 4.6s.
Yeah,
Right?
yep. One of those varieties is an Enlist variety, and one of those is an Extend Flex. That 4.6 is the Extend Flex variety. So you can use Enlist, you can use Dicamba, you can use Liberty. You know, we got all the traits just like everybody else does.
Yeah, I think next year I want to stick with one where I don't have to clean the sprayer out.
Yep.
You know, I can just stick with this Liberty because the Extend Flex is just what is in the use?
It's Dicamba and then Liberty and Roundup.
Okay.
But the Enlist
Unless you can't put Liberty. Yeah, you can
put Liberty on it. You just can't use the Dicamba.
Yeah, the Dicamba.
Half of the year you can't use Dicamba anyway. It's
Yeah.
all the bands they got on there. But, yeah, right here on Rick's Well, 171.
It's just a weak spot.
And this is where they tore up the corn with the trucks.
It's just the first inroad. You see how it gets taller.
Oh yeah.
Like this, for some reason, is a weak spot right here too. But then see how it greens up and gets better. I mean, I feel like we're lucky that we planted this on this, you know, sandier farm because it is. I mean, it's doing good on here.
Still got a little stay green in it. I mean, what's 21? It's a little wet.
5. Yeah, but I've done 21 before I let it sit in the field with a hurricane.
Oh yeah.
People out west that, you know, watch other places, they don't realize we're right on the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
And we got lucky with that, what was it, Lee? Or turning and going up.
Turning, going up.
I mean, that could have been bad
Yeah.
for us.
I mean, it was a category 5, then moved to category 4, and then back up to a 5.
The bay is only 5, I think Atlantic is like 5 miles away on a straight line. And the bay is about maybe a mile wide, and then you have the Atlantic Ocean. So there's not much safe.
Yeah. There's no saving.
There's no, and then if it comes up to Chesapeake Bay,
Oh yeah.
it's, oh my God, it would be bad. Yeah, it's back up to get better and stuff.
Once we get into these straight roads, it's really gonna shine. And is this field that's on the other side of this?
All of this is, yeah, all of it. I had 108 day on that farm, and when I went over, that's why I planted it on that sandier side, ran it out, and then I put your stuff in. But it was good to have 2 different varieties in the same field with the Privet 40 on it. Yours actually, you know, did way better on that field because, you know, the one side was that, you know, I'm getting down my sea salt still. Sea salt, that's been a top-notch corn. But this right here is doing good as shit too, though. It's a little wetter, but you want load off anyway. You can feel it. So 280, 293, 320, 286, 316, 307, 314. So it's staying.
Yes. It's over 280.
You know, once you get on off the sandy spots, it stays great. Like when I was over here on that field, when I got to the you know, the bad ground, what I consider the worst part of the field that had this on it, it was still doing like 195 to 250, but then when you got on the good stuff, it was 250 to like 350, you know, 315, 320. You know, it stays there pretty consistent. So that's actually pretty, I mean, I think, you know, on what I've been doing on all the other fields, and then, you know, when I get somewhere and it's, you know, you should be happy with 250, 280, you know what I mean?
But you always want to have more.
Yeah.
You never want to get complacent with, oh, I grew 250 bushel corn. That's
Oh,
it. it. That's
Yeah,
it.
some people are happy with 180. I want 280. You know, I mean, that might sound cocky, but why? I mean, why?
You should always want to get better.
I want to do the. Like I told them, I compete against myself. I don't compete against these other farmers around here. If I can get, I think the highest I seen this year was 444. So next year I want to see 445. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. You know,
100%.
and I mean that's what he's a farmer also. So he should want to see the same thing.
Yeah. You always want to try to improve in some way.
Now, tell them what kind of varieties you're planting on, like you planted corn-wise, agri-gold other than this number.
So we have a lot of clay ground, real heavy ground, so we don't really like this variety that Lewis has is not going to be what we would want, but we have 108 day that we like a lot. That's been average around 250. Got 112 day, yeah, they're around 275, give or take a couple bushels. But yeah, all of this stuff is doing phenomenal. I mean, this is a good year for corn, but it just lets you know that the genetics are there. I mean, as long as the weather cooperates with us, we can grow good corn.
You know, we're doing 278, 272 on non-irrigated sandy ground. So just think if you had irrigation and you wanted to try it on irrigated, you'd probably never be under 300. You know, you steady roll the whole time.
I mean, because for the most part, this year's been rain every week or 2 rains every week, and then
when we didn't have rain, we would get enough to keep it going. I'm sure irrigation is probably better, but if we always had enough that kept it going. Good.
Yeah. And we had a couple spots where it got dry, got hot and dry, but it's all about when we can get a plant like this, they can withstand 100-degree heat, no rain for 2 weeks.
Trust me, you don't get sandier ground than what I got this on right now, and going 273, 260, 255, 277, 282. So I mean, you don't get no sandier than this.
And we're still on the inroads, guys.
Yeah, we're still on the inroads.